So I've decided that enough is enough, and I'm tired of this thing sitting around. It is time to get this thing back on the road and running and drifting, sliding, and just having fun with it. But the main problem, amongst so many other things, is this fuel pump right here. And you can see that varnish of gas. It is just, it doesn't even show up on camera just how absolutely disgusting that gas is. So last year I bought a pump for this thing, and I knew I'd bought a pump, but when I found this pump in my shed, I thought, well, maybe I didn't buy a pump and I bought this for something else because it's nothing alike. Well, it turns out I bought a pump for like a 2003 Ford Ranger. Look how gross this damn gas is. It's pretty damn nasty. Look at that. I'm getting all kinds of chunks out of it. That is dark. Look at that chunk right there. There's a plastic tank and that looks like rust. It's crazy. I don't know. Luckily I didn't have too much in there. But the darkness, I don't think it's really showing up just how dark and gross that is. That is pretty gross. So here you can see the difference between the 03-ish, I think it's like 98 plus, whatever, fuel pump compared to the 93. So it's probably like 84 to 97, I'm going to guess, is this whole style here. They're very different, and I lost my damn float, probably broke off in the tank or something, so my fuel gauge is definitely not going to work. But I'm going to try to cannibalize this newer pump, you know, extract the pump out of it, and then cannibalize it and use the newer pump in the old design just to get it going for the time being. And just look at how disgusting that is and what we're up against right now. So I had a bit of a disagreement with the newer fuel pump, the housing, and we had a bit of an altercation. I feel as though I won that, so it's a little scattered there, but as comparing the two pumps, they don't look very much different. They look rather similar, actually, except for this one's in that rubber housing. So the point is to now extract that from the rubber housing and make sure that the connectors are interchangeable, which, looking at it from this angle, it does look interchangeable, with the exception of one has a plastic hose and one has, and the newer one, it has a plastic hose and it has that little extra black hose there. That is how the other one was kind of connected in there and holding it in, but upon looking at the bottoms, they look the same. And I don't know what that extra little black piece right there is, but I'm just going to cut it and see how it goes. And hopefully that, I don't know what that is, some kind of vent or overflow or something along those lines. So I'm just going to try to figure out how to get it to connect down in the bottom there, because I'm not going to reuse this white piece right here. That's not going to be retained. And then the black piece on the bottom was completely just annihilated. It was just gum. So I got to try to figure out how to insert the new pump into there using that little tiny fuel sock, which is unfortunate, but I'm pretty confident that I will get it going. As you can see right here, the rubber hose is just absolutely dry rotted. There's no reason to try to reuse that fuel line. It'll be like sucking through a straw with a hole in it, which anybody who's done that knows that that's not really going to work out very well. So I'm still not sure how I'm going to try to fix the fuel gauge. I'll probably have to order the part. I don't have the money right now, so I won't be ordering that part. And the whole point of this is I don't have the money for a new pump. So I'm going to have to make this one work somehow and create my own, essentially. So, but it was held on with those little cinch crimps, which I have some for plumbing. So I'm going to try my plumbing ones and see if they work out. and then source a fuel line off of something. I'm not entirely sure where, but I know I've got to have fuel line like that laying around. So that's the goal as of right now. And we're back. So we've got, as a recap, bad pump on a 93 Ranger, good pump from a cannibalized 03-ish Ranger. I got this extra tube here which I just cut off. The connector will fit. This is a fuel line off of a 1986 Honda Shadow, and crimp from plumbing. It's plumbing crimp, plumbing tools, and we're going to fit that into there, figure out how to fit it into there, or get it to kind of secure at the bottom, and it should sit right around like that, and it should go right into my right back into my 93 Ranger. And now we have the finished product. Should work. Fuel gauge is not gonna work. May order one at some point, but once I get the tank cleaned out and get some new fuel in there, this should work out to get it around the yard, get it running and driving, things like that. I'm going to clean it up with some brake clean a little bit better before I install it, but otherwise I have a completed fuel pump.